during prelims, I scored an F9, which was very, very shocking.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me Farazana and Assalamualaikum. Hope you guys are doing really well. So for today's video, I am going to interview a friend of mine who actually went through Sec 5 last year. So if you guys remember and actually really go through all my videos, I actually did an episode with two of my friends who were studying in Sec 5 at that moment of year. So this time I'm bringing another friend of mine who actually went through Sec 5 last year. So she will share with you about EAE Application, she will share with you about her tips and stuff like that. So let's meet the guest for today, and it's gonna be a Zoom call as per normal. So let's meet her today, and hope you guys like this video, and don't forget to like, share and also subscribe. Let's meet her right now. Hi, thank you so much Erica for being part of this video. So hi Erica, this is our first time being on YouTube.
Hi.
So
yes.
Okay, so I mentioned earlier we're going to talk more about Sec 5. So the first question I would like to ask Erica is, how do you find the jump from N-levels to O-levels last year?
I find that the jump, it's not say how you find the jump thing, but it's you definitely can feel the jump. So it was quite challenging for me in certain aspect towards my education. However, I did have my teachers and my friends that were alongside me, supporting me along the way. So mainly the difference between N-levels and O-levels is basically more of perhaps maybe in your language subject. So maybe literature, history, social studies, English especially. So the skills that you write, the way you write for during the N-levels is no longer kind of applicable to O-levels in a sense. It's kind of you more of have to plug a bit from N-levels, but O-levels is kind of you have to learn more and you need to up yourself in a sense so that you're able to compete with the Sec 4 batch in your school, as well as the other Sec 5 students from other schools and Sec 4s throughout the entire of Singapore. O-levels in Sec 5 is your ride and die. It's either you ride all the way to go poly, otherwise you're just going to be stuck there. What I suggest during that big jump, it was kind of big one, but it's not say big until the point where it's very scary. It can be scary and challenging at times, but as long as you continue and not give up, and then you continue to push and work hard, it's actually quite manageable .
Okay, so different people will find the jump in different aspects, I would say. Okay, so that's kind of interesting because you need some skills that for you to really brush up. For N-levels is different. O-levels you have a high expectations per se, I would say, right?
Yes, it's totally different.
How do you actually keep the momentum in staying motivated and hardworking?
Okay, so take breaks. Breaks are very important for everybody. We are all human beings, so if you're tired, don't force yourself, don't push yourself. Take the breaks, do what you want, go and watch a show or eat or go out. But you have to control yourself when is the time for you to play, when is the time for you to stop. Taking breaks is important. Also getting sleep. Sleep is also very important. I know all my juniors and myself as well, when we're in Sec 3, we all just stay up to 2-3 a.m. doing work. But it does not work in Sec 4, nor in Sec 5. It does not work that way. You cannot stay up to 2-3 a.m. to study because you are going to school. You still have supplementary classes. For some of us, we still go back for classes. Not to say we still have tuition. So it actually takes a lot of our time. So when the time comes for you to sleep, go and sleep. It's okay if, let's say, you plan that you want to finish maybe 3 chapters of math. If you're unable to finish it, it's okay. You did something in the day, you need the rest. Your body and your mind needs to rest. So breaks, sleep is also important. Also take care of what you eat, nutrition basically. So that's how I kept my momentum going on. So I think that by doing all these kind of steps and taking care of yourself, you're actually able to focus better. You can focus better in school, in your work. It's more healthy for you in a sense, because I know of people who study all the way to 2-3 a.m. They fall sick, they don't come to school. That kind of rest, it's already not say like a very good rest in a sense, because your body is already sick. It needs more rest than like what you usually would take when you're like healthy and when you like take care of yourself. So technically it's like, let's say if you fall sick, you're actually breaking your momentum in a sense, then it'll be very hard for you to catch up in school. Don't push yourself too hard. Yeah, because people also can burn out as well lah. Then once you burn out, it's actually very hard to like for you to like restart your engine to go back and do your work and everything else.
So I think a lot of people are unaware, but actually Erica, she went through the EAE application. So would you like to share more about how was the process of EAE from the start to the D-Day of the EAE itself?
EAE was not say challenging and not say very difficult. It was actually fairly okay-ish. It can be stressful at times because you're competing with a lot of students. To be very realistically saying, right, or speaking, it's very hard to just rely on your O-level results to go to poly. There are people who can do it, but let's say like for myself, I know that I'm not very smart in a sense. I know that like I might need a backup just to help me to secure my position in EAE. So you can feel the anxiety when you start to plan to go for EAE and everything. To break down EAE, there are 2 to 3 like steps throughout your whole like application process. So the first one would be basically you writing 2 essays for yourself. So after that it moves on to your EAE choices. So basically, let's say you want to go for early childhood, you want to go for optometry, you want to go for this nursing or something. You will put down your choices. So every application, for every course you put, you have to do an essay for each course. You don't have to do like both the essays together. It's more of like the first essay, let's say the 700 one. That one is just a like background info-ish about yourself. It's the 1,000 essay, the one that is required for per course. So let's say if you write for 2 courses, you're gonna write 2 essays, and then you cannot kind of like copy paste. You need to be like a bit like original in a sense. So they have to match to the course that you want to go to like specifically, and then you will submit it. After that, once you are accepted, when you go and start for your interview, second part will be your interview. So first part essay, second part interview. You will also need to submit like your portfolio and like other like your achievements and your awards that relates yourself to the course and like whichever course you want to go. So for mine, what I did was the course I got EAE into is early childhood. So what I did was I put all the relevant like awards and achievements of myself, and then I did like a small little portfolio which consists like of actually me with pictures of like children. So it kind of shows like the teachers who are reviewing your portfolio and your essays, like the real life situation ish of like you're like showing them in a sense of like how you are with like children. So like because the pictures would be showing them something. The better you build out your portfolio, the better impression you give to the lecturers and the teachers at poly. Then the interview is like the second part where you also like give them your impression as well lah. For my juniors and to other people who are going for EAE, try to be original. Don't kind of like copy and paste everything, because they kind of the lecturers can feel, I guess they can feel when like you're being like you're just writing for the sake of going into that course. Be original, be yourself, especially during the interview. And then for your portfolio, right, it's okay if it's not like a very strong portfolio. Don't compare it with other people, because some people like maybe at a very young age, they already know what they want to do. So it's okay if you have like kind of like a weaker portfolio comparing to your friends. my portfolio, honestly, to me, I think it's like quite weak lah. Because all I did was actually just put pictures of like me with like my cousins, with my tuition teacher's children and everything. Then along with my achievements, and that was my portfolio, and that's supportive. Don't stress so much, don't worry about yourself. Just give your best shot in your essays, in your portfolio, and the lecturers can see the hard work and the interest that you have, the passion you have for that course. For essay tips, what I would suggest is actually, if you have tuition teachers or like your own tuition teachers who like teaches you English, or like who teaches you English, right, essentially, ask them for help. Ask them to review your essays and like tweak a little bit so that it can become better. If you don't have tuition teachers, ask your school teachers, ask your friends. They'll be more than happy to help you with going through your essays and like helping you with everything. The main goal for everybody is to graduate together and go somewhere. It might not be the best place, it might not be your first choice, but at least you're going somewhere and not like just stagnant there, not knowing what to do. Help each other out, do the best you can, so get some about it.
Okay, so for the last question is, what is your study tips? Like what you do, like for example, during your study period?
Okay, my study techniques are not very they're not very like good in a sense-ish. The best way for me was to practice and keep practicing, because I'm actually quite a weak student. I'm not like the smartest Einstein genius in a sense in my class or anything, but I practice a lot, which was like a good thing that I realized earlier in like Sec 3, that I really need to practice, because my grades wasn't like the best of the best lah. So for math and for science, actually for all your subjects, just practice. Do your TYS, do practice papers, go and beg for papers from your teachers. Your teachers will be more than willing to help you, to give you papers so that you can practice on your own. And the thing about practicing papers is, right, don't use the answer key. Don't check the answer key. So like, let's say if you're stuck on a particular question, skip the question. Don't go and see the answer key, because once you see the answer key, you'll be like, oh my god, why didn't I think of that? And then you'll be like, oh my god. Yeah, you'll just be like, oh my god, and then you just like copy the answer down through the answer key, which does not help you at all. Because by practicing, right, you are actually training your mind to remember the question and not like the answer. Because the thing about, let's say for math and science especially, right, it's not the answer, the end answer that counts. For science, it's like the structure. Okay, for science, it's the science structure, like keywords and the key points to the topic. But for math, it's more of like the formula, the steps to how you attempt this question. So we all know that Cambridge loves to mark all our exams in a particular way, am I right? So don't memorize the answers. Then understand the concept, the question, the formula, the steps to how like this particular question works, and then you make your life a lot easier. Because if you're just remembering the answers, right, the answers can change. It doesn't like help you, it won't benefit you, and then you'll just forget, and then you will panic during the paper. So don't memorize answer, don't see the answer key. So if you stuck and you need help, what I did was I went and asked my friends, or I asked my teachers, and then they would like kind of like teach me in a sense, or like just teach me and like help me go along so that I can understand the questions. So that's for like math and science in general. For history, social studies, literature, English, reading is important. For history and social studies, you can't really memorize like the particular key events, the dates and everything. Then for English and literature, for me, what I did was I read. So my literature, we have our books. So read, annotate, memorize the quotes, the particular scenes that are important and significant to the question itself. English, you just need to do a lot of practice papers, and you actually need to read a lot. So by reading, you're expanding your vocab and your grammar and everything. You're building up everything like a little bit by little bit. So during the exam, like let's say you have words that you don't know how to do, you have words that you're not sure of, then maybe by reading somewhere you can actually understand, and you kind of like can apply it during your papers, which will benefit you. Because it's better to know like a little bit of something and try the question rather than you just leave it blank. So like study tips, that's for you like studying alone. Then So once you're done with your practice papers and everything, right, you actually should kind of like ask your teachers to mark, go and book for consultation with your teachers. Go and ask your teachers for consultations. They'll be more than willing to help you. If you're unsure of anything, just go and ask. Don't be scared. The thing about asking teachers, right, I know it can be very intimidating, but don't be scared. Just go and ask, because it's not shameful to owning up that you are not sure of something. By owning up, you are actually helping yourself, and your teachers will understand that, okay, maybe this person is really good at this part. So maybe in class they can possibly like pay more attention to you, they can give you more help, or they can ask you to stay back for supplementary classes so that they can give you more practice and monitor you so that you can further improve on yourself. If you're really, really scared, go and ask your friends. Let's hope your friends don't sneak on you also lah. Then they also help you also lah. Then okay, then yay, win-win for everybody.
Okay, so that's all. Thank you, Erica, so much for sharing
You're
all of
welcome.
the information, and hope it helps to answer all of your queries and questions regarding EAE application, Sec 5 and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you so much, Erica, once again. So hope you guys like the video, and thank you. Bye bye, Erica.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.